For a correct mortar bed, it is advisable to use washed river sand with medium-sized grain, diameter of about 0.5 millimeters, mixed with R325 cement in the proportion of 350 kilograms per cubic meter. The mortar bed must be at least 4.5 centimeters thick. The mortar bed must be cured at least 28 days before installing the floor. As an alternative, in order to speed up the curing process, it is possible to use Mapei Top Chem or Top Chem Pronto instead of a traditional mortar bed, which will reduce curing time to just 4 days. Necessary equipment: clean 50-liter bucket, drill with whisk bit, palette knife with 5 mm or 10 mm teeth, rubber mallet. Timing: 28 days after laying the mortar bed, 4 days after laying the bed if Mapei Top Chem or Top Chem Pronto had been used. Temperature must be above 5 degrees Celsius. Mix component A, 25 kilogram bag of powdered cement, with component B, 6.25 kilogram pack of synthetic latex rubber, using a mechanical agitator until you obtain a smooth paste. The paste will remain usable for 45 minutes at a temperature of about 23 degrees Celsius, while higher temperatures will reduce this period. Spread the product in a uniform manner with a palette knife with 10 mm teeth. The dimension of the teeth can vary depending on the flatness of the bed's surface. In areas larger than 40 by 40 centimeters, also spread adhesive on the back of the tile, making sure that it is completely covered. Then start laying the tiles using enough pressure to ensure complete adhesion, using equipment such as a rubber mallet to help. The surface can be walked on after about 4 hours and will be fully usable after 24 hours. Before starting the pre-treatment, remove any traces of glue from the surface as soon as possible using a dampened sponge. For more information, please consult the manufacturer's specifications. Necessary equipment: clean pasting brush or fleece. Timing: to be carried out 24 hours after laying the floor. Temperature must be above 5 degrees Celsius. Before pre-treatment, make sure that the surface of the floor is clean, vacuuming any dust. Spread the product using single strokes with a pasting brush in a uniform manner, taking care not to walk on pre-treated zones until they have dried out completely. You can walk on the surface after 3 hours. When pre-sealing a vertical cladding, take particular care that no product drips down the vertical surface. Necessary equipment: clean 25-liter bucket, basin and rollers, rubber spatula, 2 yellow sponges. Timing: to be carried out at least 24 hours after pre-treatment. Temperature must be above 5 degrees Celsius. Make the product into a paste by adding water, mixing 5 kilograms of powdered cement with 1.2 to 1.5 liters of clean water with a mechanical agitator until you obtain a smooth paste. Use a rubber spatula to spread the paste all over the surface in order to fill in the joints, making sure not to leave parts uncovered. Once the product has started to dry, clean the surface with a slightly dampened, rigid sponge using circular movements. After that, completely remove excess plaster with a clean sponge in single parallel movements, taking care to rinse out the sponge after each wipe. To do this correctly, you should grout, wipe and clean a surface of maximum 10 square meters at a time. You can walk on the surface after 24 hours. When grouting a vertical cladding, take particular care that no product drips down the vertical surface. For more information, please consult the manufacturer's specifications. Necessary equipment: single-disc professional cleaner equipped with a white or red disc, depending on how dirty the surface is. Wet vacuum. Clean 25-liter bucket. Timing: to be carried out at least 7 to 10 days after grouting, thoroughly making sure that the plaster is completely dry. For longer periods before you start cleaning, you are advised to completely cover the surface with appropriate materials such as Pavi-Save Hardy or specific transpiring materials, making sure never to use adhesives directly on the stone floor. Temperature must be above 5 degrees Celsius. Dilute the product in a clean 25-liter bucket filled with clean water at a ratio of 1 to 20, then pour the liquid mixture into the reservoir of the single-disc professional cleaner. Clean the surface until it is dirt-free. At the same time, start to remove the excess product with the wet vacuum. After cleaning and until the end of the treatment, you should not walk on the surface except with completely clean shoe covers. When cleaning a vertical cladding, take particular care that no product drips down the vertical surface. When cleaning rough surfaces, as sand-blasted, flamed, bush-hammered, antique, etc., carry out the cleaning with Fila Deterdec, diluted 1 to 5 to 1 to 10, depending on how dirty the surface is, and a single-disc professional cleaner equipped with a green disc, rinsing with clean water and a nylon disc. Necessary equipment: clean 25-liter bucket with a wringer mop, clean fleece, clean flat brush. Timing: W68 water and grease resistant is to be used when the surface is uniformly dry, generally 3 to 4 hours after cleaning. It is possible to use Fila Jet 12 hours after using W68. It is possible to apply a finish 3 hours after using Fila Jet, using Fila Satin or Fila Matte. Temperature must be above 14 degrees Celsius. Pour undiluted W68 into a bucket and using a fleece, wipe it over the surface in a uniform manner, making sure not to use too much product and not to wipe it over areas which already had been treated, even in case these are dry. A useful way to avoid overlapping the product is to use the edges of the flooring as a reference. After at least 12 hours, you might apply Fila Jet using the same procedure. Finally, after another at least 3 hours, you might apply Fila Satin or Fila Matte until the desired look is achieved using the same procedure. During the treatment phase, be extremely careful not to walk on the wet surface. You can walk on the surface after 48 hours. When treating or sealing a vertical cladding, take particular care that no product drips down the vertical surface. Necessary equipment: clean 25-liter bucket, clean white cotton mop. Timing: variable and depending on how dirty the floor is. For regular maintenance, dilute Fila cleaner 1 to 200 with clean water and wash the floor with a cotton mop or with a cleaning drying machine. For exceptional cleaning, dilute Fila cleaner 1 to 20 with clean water and wash the floor with a cotton mop or with a cleaning drying machine. Every 4 to 6 months, dilute Fila matte or Fila satin 1 to 5 with clean water and wipe the product over the floor with a cotton mop in a uniform manner. When maintaining a vertical cladding, take particular care that no product drips down the vertical surface. For correct packaging of the stone tiles, use the following steps. Pack up the materials, making sure that you pack honed surface against honed surface. The materials must be packed up without offsets between the pieces. When using polystyrene packaging, it must be used to cover the entire surface of the slab. In the case of prolonged storage in crates, which should always be kept in a dry place at a constant temperature, clean thoroughly before use.